Hey everybody, I hope you're doing magnificently. So this is my LittleBigPlanet level that I created back in either 2010 or 2011. It was kind of a long time ago, but it's called Chem Quiz. And the basic idea of the level is as you progress through the level, it asks you questions, chemistry-related questions, and we'll just see what happens when you answer them correctly versus incorrectly. So let's get right into it. So this question says to, it's not really a question, it's more of a command. It says to rank the elements in order of increasing electronegativity. So that means rank them from least electronegative to most electronegative. And, back when I created this, these blocks didn't have these visible, they're called magnetic keys on the front of them. And I guess, I'm playing on a PS4 right now. I guess when I got changed to the PS4 version, it didn't all go through properly. So these things aren't supposed to be visible, but nevertheless they are. So I'm holding fluorine right now, and if you notice we have four elements: fluorine, bromine, iodine on the bottom left there, and then chlorine. And so fluorine, out of all of them, is the most electronegative, because electronegativity generally tends to increase as you travel up a group, decrease going down a group. So I'm going to put fluorine in the most spot. And then chlorine lies directly below fluorine, and so chlorine belongs in the second most electronegative. So there's that. And then bromine would be the second least electronegative, and finally iodine would be the least electronegative out of all four of them. So put that there, and the barrier that was once limiting my progression through the level has now blown up. So I get to go on to the next question. So it says, impressive, but can you solve the next brain buster? Let's see. All right. So this question asks, what is the chemical formula for aluminum hydroxide? So the aluminum ion, that's Al3+, the hydroxide ion is OH-. So since we have a charge of 3+ for our cation and a charge of 1- for our anion, it's going to take 3 anions to balance out with 1 cation, resulting in a compound with a neutral charge. So think about this. Looks to me like this one that I'm standing in front of is the correct one, but let's see what happens when we jump on the incorrect answer. Boom. Okay, we're dead. Respawn at the checkpoint, try again. Alright, so we know which one's correct. And before I actually show you the correct response and keep going through the level, notice that as I move over here, there's this barrier that is impassable unless I get the question right. So you get 4 chances. If you have really bad luck, I guess you need all 4 of them. But yay, we got the correct answer. All right, so this key just fell out of nowhere, and we can use that to remove this barrier. A lot of hard work went into this level. I mean, I know these things seem simple, but creating all of this is tough business. We got some harmful gas below. Notice the ideal gas law equation, PV equals nRT. Okay, jump over these obstacles. There we go. All right. Normally I don't get that whole thing on the first shot. Usually I fall down. Take this elevator. All right, next question. Oop, blew past it again. Here we go. It says, point to the chemical symbol for the element antimony. Press the button to lock in your answer. So this one I actually chose a hard one. Antimony is one of those elements that was it was discovered fairly early on in history, and it was given one of those old Latin names. So the spelling of the chemical symbol is actually nothing like the name antimony. It's totally different. So let's just say that we think that the chemical symbol for antimony is A. So obviously this switch here turns the wheel back and forth, and the arrow is fixed, stationary. And you press the button to lock in your answer, and it just shot an electrically charged piece of glass at me, and so I have to start over. So the correct chemical symbol for antimony, believe it or not, is actually Sb. It's derived from a Latin word, and the actual Latin word, I think it's like STIB something, STIB something. It's escaping me right now. It's not that important, but Sb is the chemical symbol, and so lock in my answer, and the barrier is removed. We can keep going forward. Now this periodic table took forever, and at this point I just want to sort of shed some light on, basically, basically this level was an exercise in procrastination and I guess recovery, because I think around this time I was studying physical chemistry. I had a couple, at least one physical chemistry class, and I mean, it was just brutal, there's just so much information, really advanced mathematics in the context of chemistry. That's basically what physical chemistry it's all about. It's just like really mathy chemistry, and kind of just after getting burned out on studying night after night, I would just kind of, as sort of a therapy, just create this, work on my LittleBigPlanet level. This periodic table, like I said, took forever, but I think it turned out okay. I don't know. What do you think? Leave a comment below. All right, so let's keep going forward. There's another question up ahead. See, you got those numbers. So it says the pH is currently 9. Point to the pH that corresponds to a 1,000-fold increase in hydronium ion. Press the button to lock in your answer. So the pH scale, I don't really have any videos on this, I don't think, but the pH scale is a measure of acidity and alkalinity, and it is a logarithmic scale, which means with each step you go up or down on the pH scale, that's actually by a power of 10. So 3 units on the pH scale is actually 10 to the third in terms of concentration of hydronium ion or hydroxide ion. Now, if your hydronium ion concentration is increasing, that means your solution, your aqueous solution, is becoming more acidic. How much more acidic? Well, it's 1,000 times, 1,000-fold increase in hydronium ion, and so therefore that would represent 10 to the third. And then the question becomes, well, 10 to the third, that's 3 pH units, but in which direction? Does it go higher or does it go lower? And the correct answer to that is lower. The lower the pH, the more acidic, the higher your hydronium ion concentration. So the correct thing to do is move this 3 units lower to the number 6. That's the correct answer. But let's suppose that we got it wrong and we decided to go in the other direction. We think it's actually 12, 3 units to the right instead of to the left. And let's press the button to lock in our answer. And it launches you into spikes and you have to start over. So, like I said, the correct answer was 6. So I'm going to point to the number 6 over here and then see how we can progress further through the level. Oh, can't get over that wheel. There you go. Okay. So, okay. You hear the applause, that means good job, and then you see these helium balloons, and you kind of have to time it right to ride one of them up. Looks like I got it there. So I'm just riding this helium balloon up here, and just drop me off right here. And then this is, you're almost done. One more question, blah, blah, blah. So this says the following reaction shows the combustion of propane. When balanced, what is the sum of the coefficients? And it says grab your answer. So in order to solve this correctly, you got to balance this chemical equation. I do have videos on balancing chemical equations. If you don't know how to do that, I highly recommend checking them out. They're pretty straightforward. But yeah, you balance the equation by assigning coefficients, and then you add those coefficients together, and that's how you get your answer. I'm not going to balance this right here because I just want to play the video game. But let's suppose we are of the mind that 9 is the correct answer. Let's see what happens. So I grab 9, and it dissolves away, and I fall into the fire. The correct answer is actually 13. So I'm going to go grab 13, and this gate over here is going to lift up. Keep hearing audio. Little bug. I guess I didn't catch that when I created this. So that's the last question, and then the last little bit of this is kind of just fun theatrics, I guess. So hop into my beaker. You can trust me. Haha. Okay. So you just hop into this dude's beaker. Get up there. Ah, come on. There he goes. Okay. So I'm in the beaker, and then he drops me into this graduated cylinder here. Thanks for playing, blah, blah, blah. And then kind of the same thing. You just ride this up to the top like an explosion or chemical reaction, and that's basically the end of the level. So I'm really happy to have shared this with you. Let me know what you think below. I had a lot of fun making it, and I still play it from time to time, and it's just kind of a fun thing to do. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, talk to you soon. Peace.